Hello there, everybody. I'm Ed Bradley, the curator of film at the FIA, here to welcome you to our annual Film Society preview, where we go over the titles that we've scheduled for the upcoming FOMA film series. This is, as you know, a series that usually goes on through the weekend, from the weekend after Labor Day through on into May or June. This year, as is everything is happening around here, is a little different. First of all, I want to thank you for looking at our preview today. I want to thank you on behalf of FOMA and Michael Rux as well. But we're going to go over some titles today. What we can't tell you, as you might guess, is how we're going to show them to you. We're hoping that the state has a ruling on whether the theater will be open or not by the time we start the series in mid-September. So we'll know how we're going to show them to you and how we're going to be able to show them to you that way throughout this season. As it is now, if theaters in Michigan are allowed to reopen by the time we start the series on September 11th, we will have the theater open, but we will have limited attendance in the theater because of social distancing necessities. The thought is right now, we seat about 330 people in the theater. The idea is to social distance and limit attendance to about 70 per screening. So if this happens and we show the films the regular way, you'll have to likely make a reservation ahead of time so we can count up to 70 and not have an overflow of people. The other option we'll have, that we plan to do if the theater is not open, is to show these films virtually. Now that will vary with the movie that we're showing based on the conditions we'll be under to show them by the company that we're renting them from. But this will probably entail getting an access code from us where you can look at the film, either at the time, at a specific time, say 7:30 Friday, 7:30 Saturday, 2 o'clock Sunday, like we normally do, or within a window of time. And this is something that we're still in the midst of determining. Now, I realize I haven't told you a whole lot right now, so the idea is to stay abreast of matters by going to flintarts.org, looking at the website. We're going to try to keep you updated as much as possible in terms of what we're going to be able to do and how we're going to be able to do it and how you're going to be able to get tickets. But we are offering Film Society memberships this year. As you know, it's a great deal. Even dependent on the number of films you see or don't see, or the number we show or don't show. $100 is the basic membership level. For that, you get a booklet of 36 tickets, and it's a great deal. It really is. So I hope you'll bear with us. But we're going to go over the titles for the next 2.5 months to show you what is on tap in our series. We hope you'll enjoy this series no matter how you see it or no matter whether we see you. But we're really hoping to be able to see you in person, face-to-face, even if we're masked at the time we show the films. So on with the show. The first movie in our series this fall will be shown September 11th through 13, times TBA. It's called Synonyms. It's a movie from Israel about a young man from Israel who comes to France kind of to reinvent himself. And this is a story that's both serious as he kind of weighs his identity and what he wants to be, where he wants to be identified from, but also a comedy in the sense that he has adapted to life in Paris and how people in Paris respond to him. So let's take a look at the trailer for Synonyms.
Je suis arrivé hier, je n'ai plus rien.
Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire ici?
Je ne sais pas. Je serai français.
Ça ne suffit pas?
Dévorer, manger, tout manger, manger tout, manger toute la vie.
Ça c'est bon.
Je me suis évadé.
Mazama.
Abjuré, parjuré, abhorré.
Alors on le mérite.
Je suis arrivé en France pour fuir Israël. Bestial, obscène, vulgaire. Mince, la vie est sublime.
Mais c'est pas ridicule. Est-ce que tu connais la France? Tu connais qui comme Français à part nous deux?
Shalom.
Je n'en rentrerai pas.
Jamais?
Fajta vagy sama.
Perdu mon chemin. Pardon?
Tu crois que tu joues au fou? Mais t'es fou!
Next up on our program, September 18 through 20, in some configuration on those days, is a program of Academy Award nominated shorts. Now this requires a little bit of explanation because this is a program we run every year. We run the animated and live action shorts, the nominees, plus usually the documentary shorts. Now this year it's a little different in that we cannot show this virtually. So we will show the Oscar shorts if the theater's open even on a limited basis and we can show it in the usual format. If not, we'll have to substitute out the title and you won't be able to see the Oscar shorts if we have to show them virtually. We'll have a substitute title for you that week. But in any case, we're hoping to have the Oscar shorts, so here's a preview of that program. Set for September 25th through 27th is Sorry We Missed You. It's a serious film from England, from the director Ken Loach, whose films we've had here before. I, Daniel Blake was his last one that we showed here a couple of seasons ago. And Loach likes to deal with themes of the working class and the problems that the working class encounters given the economic system in the country. In this case, this is a look at a family whose patriarch has to deal with the gig economy. And of course, the gig economy is something we talk about a lot in the United States too. So I think you'll see parallels between what is happening here and what's shown happening in England in this movie. But let's take a look at the trailer for Sorry We Missed You.
You name it, I've done it. Concreting, plumbing.
Is that you two?
I've done it all. There's always someone on your back, isn't there?
Come on, we've got time to make up, let's go.
I'd rather work on my own now and be my own boss.
Let's just get a few things straight at the start, though, shall we?
Hi, Rosie.
Wake up. Dad will go mental if you miss school again.
No, if you don't move, then you're going to get a ticket.
Oh, Rosie.
Jeff, you know, but that laugh.
You don't work for us, you work with us.
0-hour contract to get paid for the visits.
Let's go.
Read it.
We track every parcel, don't we? Even if you put one in the garden shed, they know where it lands. Fucking hell! There's a dog round there with massive teeth. I think it stuck a chunk out of my ass.
This decides who lives and who dies.
You said it's for Mr. Campbell. Robert, not. They don't get paid till they get delivered. Have you been on the train tracks and the roofs? Otherwise, you're just going to end up like... Well,
thank you.
I never thought it'd be this difficult.
This is another £100 fine and a sanction.
It's my night with my family. It's a no, I'm not doing it. And I'm telling you now, nobody messes with my family.
Thanks for the great day.
Master of your own destiny, Ricky. You up for that?
Yeah. Vindaloo. Gotta be hard to take this stuff, do you know what I mean? So,
All right, then.
rock it now.
Our film selection for October 2nd through the 4th is called A Hidden Life. It's from the renowned filmmaker Terrence Malick, who you might know for Days of Heaven or The Thin Red Line. He's been around a long time, still making movies very painstakingly, I guess is the way to describe his style. He's certainly an unusual filmmaker if you've seen his movies before. But this one is a period piece. It's set during World War II, and it's about a man who is faced with a choice of identifying with the Germans in the war or not, with a certain philosophy or not. And this is about his experiences in the war. Fictionalized story, but one I think you'll find very interesting. So let's take a look at a trailer for A Hidden Life.
Remember the day when we first met? I remember that motorcycle, my best dress. You looked at me, and I knew how simple life was then.
What's happened to our country? We're killing innocent people, raiding other countries, preying on the weak. If our leaders, if they're evil, what does one do?
You have a duty to the fatherland. The church tells you so.
You cannot say no to your race and your hope. You are a traitor.
I can't swear loyalty to Hitler. I can't.
Do you think your defiance will change the course of things?
If God gives us free will, we're responsible for what we do, what we fail to do. I can't do what I believe is wrong.
Let me go!
We have to stand up to evil.
Whatever you do, I'm with you, always.
October 9th through 11th, we'll be showing a planned screening of Bacurau, which is a film from Brazil. It stars Sonia Braga, who you might remember in the 80s from Kiss of a Spider Woman. And it's set in a village in Brazil that is beset by invaders from outside. And in this case, the townspeople respond to that with their own unusual response, I guess is the way to put it. Let's take a look at a trailer for this film.
Olha aqui, ó. Nós temos que procurar Bacurau no mapa, né? Ué, era pra estar aqui.
Cadê Bacurau?
Cada pode vir aqui pegar o mantimento que precisar, tá? Vamos usar a consciência, tá bom?
So this is Bacurau.
Quem nasce em Bacurau é o quê?
É gente.
Cara, atiraram em mim, velho.
Aqui nessa terra não pode acontecer dessa forma, não, viu?
A gente tá sendo atacado. Oh, yeah.
Por que vocês estão fazendo isso?
There's so much you can do with a knife.
This world is upside down.
Só bebe água da colônia, mas não volte a minha casa, assim cheirando a caixa.
Pain and Glory is next in our series season, October 16th through the 18th. This is a movie we originally had planned to show you last spring. We would have had it for you in March or April, I think, but circumstances had to make us put it off, but we're hoping to bring it back to you this fall. This is the film for which Antonio Banderas earned his very first Acting Academy Award nomination. He plays a filmmaker in Mexico who has made some not great decisions in his life. He's come to a point in his life where some of these are working against him. He looks back at his life, at his past, looks ahead to his future, and there's a bit of a struggle involved. This film was directed by Pedro Almodovar, of course, has been a frequent colleague of Banderas on camera. So they team up again in this film, and let's take a look at the trailer for this.
No has sido un buen hijo, hijo mío.
¿No?
No.
¿Qué haces aquí? Tengo que hablar contigo.
32 años me ha costado reconciliarme con esta película.
Si no escribes ni ruedas, ¿qué vas a hacer?
Vivir, supongo. Ten cuidado conmigo, ¿eh?
Tú eres muy novelero.
Estoy con Salvador Mayo.
Si tú ves algo raro, me llamas.
Aquí todo es raro.
¿Nos conocemos?
Sí. Me gustaría ser un hombre para bañarme en el río desnuda.
¿Y qué es? ¿Drama o comedia?
Pues no lo sé. Eso no se sabe.
A tu vera, siempre a la verita tuya, siempre a la verita tuya, hasta que de pena muera.
Buen viaje. Muchas gracias por venir, de verdad.
Beanpole is next up in our series, October 23rd through 25th. This is a movie from Russia. It's a very serious film set in Leningrad in 1945. The city had been torn up by the war, and this recounts the experiences, fictional story, but based on truth, recounts the experiences of a group of women in the city and how they try to rebuild their lives and loves. So please, let's take a look at a trailer for this film.
Жизнь переходит на мирные рельсы. Работать будем много, как учит нас вождь.
Тебе рад.
Воевали вместе. Дылду комиссовали после контузии, а я осталась и на Берлин.
Где Пашка?
Где мой Пашка?
Для производства жизни у вас ничего не оставили.
Роди мне маленькую. С собой.
Барышня, добрый вечер.
Вы не хотите прогуляться?
Иди. Я не буду.
Он меня вылечит. Он нас вылечит.
Зачем тебе ребеночек?
Хочу стать ей хозяйкой.
October 30th through November 1st, we'll be presenting Manos. This is a film from Colombia in which a group of teenage commandos are assigned to look over a hostage in the mountains. And the bond between them begins to falter as time passes. I guess you could compare this story to something like Lord of the Flies or something like that. So let's take a look at the trailer for this film. The first full weekend in November, November 6th to the 8th, we'll be presenting Honeyland. Again, this is a movie that we had on the schedule last spring. It was in the news at that point because it was nominated for 2 Oscars, one for Best Documentary and one for Best Foreign Feature. It's from Macedonia, and it's about the last remaining female beekeeper in Europe who tries to preserve her livelihood despite attacks upon her by a kind of a migrant group of beekeepers themselves. So we have kind of competition within the industry, but it's a really fascinating movie just to take a look at how people beekeep. So let's take a look at the trailer for Honeyland.
Şimdi yarın. Hem size hem yarı sana yarı bana.
November 13th through 15th, we have in the schedule Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Again, this is a postponement from spring, but it's a movie that I think you'll find interesting. It's about a aspiring artist who, on an island in Brittany, is assigned to paint the portrait of a woman who is about to be married to someone she doesn't really love. And the story kind of expands from there. Let's take a look at a trailer for this film.
Je suis peintre. L'homme intéressé par ma fille est milanais. Nous partons là-bas si le portrait lui plaît. Il a épuisé déjà un peintre avant vous.
Que s'est-il passé? Je ne sais pas. Elle vous attend.
Ça fait des années que je rêve de faire ça. Mourir. Courir.
Vous allez devoir la peindre sans qu'elle le sache. Il pense que vous êtes une compagne de promenade pour quelques jours.
Que savez-vous de mon futur mariage?
Rien.
C'est tout ce que j'en sais aussi. Quand allez-vous vous marier?
Je ne sais pas si je vais me marier.
C'est parce que vous pouvez choisir que vous ne me comprenez pas.
Je vous comprends. Quand vous êtes embarrassé, vous mordez vos lèvres.
Vraiment. Quand vous êtes troublé, vous respirez par la bouche. Combien de temps restez-vous?
Je ne sais pas.
J'ai un nouveau sentiment. Le regret.
Quel en est le titre? Portrait de la jeune fille en feu.
Well, we hope you had a look of what we've had on the schedule coming up. You'll notice that we have only scheduled through mid-November. We'll have titles to be announced at that point, but hopefully by then we'll have a better idea again of the format we'll be showing the movies under and where we'll be showing them. Please, as I mentioned before, keep abreast of updates and information on the series regarding admissions and availability of facilities by going to our website, flintarts.org. We also will be sending out emails to our membership regarding the films on a regular basis, so look for those as well. And again, I wish I could tell you a little more today in August, but this is kind of a different year for all of us, as you well know. But we hope to see you soon, whether it's a video introduction or in person. So please take care of yourselves, stay safe, and we'll see you at the movies in some way, shape, or form this season. Thank you so much.